Then thought I to understand this, but it was too hard for me until I went into the sanctuary of God. Hello, it's Going to Ground with me, Andrew Rumsey, and first time for a normal post for quite a few days. It's been a packed couple of weeks, and I've just stopped by at one of the churches in Wiltshire that are in my patch, so to speak, St Leonard's Semley, and a Victorian church, of which the only signs and remains of the old building, the original Norman building, are this quite lovely font, which I showed you as we began, this lovely circular Norman font with today just bathed in perfect early evening light. And there's an effigy, apparently, of a 13th century effigy of a priest somewhere in here, which I'm going to have a look for. I've just been down at an event at Donhead St Andrew, which has been beautifully refurbished. Another of the Wiltshire churches just on the Dorset border, actually, near Shaftesbury, and very sensitively modernised. I wonder if this is him. That must be, mustn't it? Yes, definitely, because there's some sort of headgear that suggests can't really see it. Could even be a bishop. But I've been thinking a great deal about holy space the last few days, particularly yesterday. I spent the morning, Monday's always very busy for me, and a succession of meetings in Salisbury. And my head felt so tightly crammed with things I was trying to work out or remember or just fit in. Great deal on my mind, and so I had to, it all felt very tightly packed. Do you get that sometimes? When I get overloaded in my head, my children say it's like that wheel of doom on a computer screen, where everything freezes and it tries to process all the information. I get like that, and I kind of get sort of frozen in it. And I thought, I'm going to go have a stroll in the cathedral. Thankfully, the office is just nearby the cathedral. It's one of the great gifts of my position that I can just go there. And there was something about the extraordinary lofty height of the ceiling that raised my capacity, enlarged my capacity. I felt trapped inside the small dome of my mind, if you see what I mean. And then going into a house of prayer, particularly the cathedral, it just raised the roof of my reflection and offered me a capacity, freedom to move and think, because it wasn't all, I realised and remembered, it wasn't just down to me. It was not just down to me to work it out or to hold it all in to my tiny head, so to speak, but that in God's mercy there is endless resource and capacity given to us, which is the mind of Christ himself. And so I'm enjoying churches with high ceilings that just raise our expectations and free us up, give us freedom of thought and reflection, where we can realize it's not just down to me. But there's also something about the fact that the ceiling is high, but it is there. It encloses that thought and that mystery, makes it personal, and turns it into a home, really. The house of God is just that. It's got to be big enough for the mystery of things, but it's also got to be a home. It's got to be homely and somewhere where we can, to which we can relate and where God can be known. And so I wanted to share that. And this is a perfect church to discover or to explain that and to remember it afresh at the end of a busy day. There's the altar through the grating there. So God bless you, friends, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. God bless you as you go to ground.